Hey everybody, we talked a couple weeks ago about cholesterol and inflammation and how it interplays with your arterial health in the body. And we had a lot of people that asked questions about that. And I wanted to kind of further that inflammation theme today by talking about foods that cause inflammation in your body so you can reduce inflammation naturally. And one of the big ones is sugar. Sugar helps or makes your body produce a chemical or a class of chemicals called cytokines, and these damage cellular tissue in the body, and that increases inflammation. So it's a good thing to avoid sugar, especially processed sugar like white sugar. If you're going to use any sugar, try to use organic raw cane sugar. Okay. Also, honey is a good substitute. You get raw organic honey or organic agave, very good to use instead of sugar. And then we want to talk next about saturated fats. Saturated fats are the heart damaging fats that you're going to get, and they also actually damage your arterial walls and your joints. You can get inflammation in your joints because you're eating saturated fats. These are your fats that are in processed foods like processed meats like sausage or what else? Pepperoni, those kind of things. Processed meats and also processed dairy foods are high in saturated fats. Next thing is trans fats. These are in all of your fast foods. Trans fats, they get in and they they trigger systemic inflammation, all over your body inflammation, joints, heart, arteries, brain, everywhere can be these trans fats can contribute to inflammation everywhere in your body. Next is omega-6 fatty acids. You hear of omega-3 fatty acids being good for you. Omega-6s you have to have in your body, but they need to be in a proper balance. And in the American diet, they tend to be out of balance. We have more omega-6s, less omega-3s. And the omega-6s are going to be in your like margarine and safflower oil, corn oil, these sort of things. So you want to try to use instead extra virgin olive oil. And you want to take tuna omega-3 supplements to try to help balance out the omega-6 and omega-3 ratios in your body. And also refined carbohydrates, that's another food that you want to try to avoid. That is anything that's processed like wheat, cereals, things like that. If you want to eat whole grain, not just whole grain, but you want to eat unprocessed whole grains. So maybe you eat oats, you actually have the oats you have to cook for 45 minutes. You might want to cook those once a week, keep them in your refrigerator throughout the week and warm them up so it doesn't take long to cook them, as opposed to instant oats where they have to be processed so that they can cook so quickly. They have to be stripped of their goodness and their fiber so they can cook quickly. So you want to avoid that. And also another thing, talking about that, is we have some tests we can do. We talked before about the Smart Pulse. That tells us inflammation in your arterial walls. We now have the brain span testing we can do. The brain span testing is a simple pinprick test. We take your blood from the pinprick and we can tell the levels of omega-3 to omega-6s in your body and the levels of inflammation in your brain. And that is a very helpful thing, because if you have increased or good omega-3 balance in the body, you're going to have almost 50% less chance of degenerative brain disease, better attention, better memory, good things that can happen when you have that imbalance. And you never really know until you get it tested. So we have this test at 20% off this month, and you can call the office and ask about it. We also, of course, have our Smart Pulse test that we're doing for half off right now for that test. And so that's a very good test you can do to tell the arterial wall inflammation and stress in your body. These are good indicators. Right now in March, people are starting to get out, get moving, and sometimes they have pain and inflammation from that. And a lot of times because over the winter, you might not eat the right foods, you might not be exercising enough, and this will tell you if your body's in balance. Also, we have a brand new supplement I want to tell you about. This is Turmeric Forte. This is the most bioavailable turmeric you can take. Extremely good for inflammation. And since we've gotten the office, people have been taking it, have been telling me that their pain levels are diminished greatly from inflammation in their joints that before were very active and hurting over the winter time. So this might be something you want to look at. You can call our office at 614-436-3870 to have these tests, and I will include those foods in the email so you can read about them. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you and have a great day.